Hello and welcome to another Outlaws of Thunder Junction video. I'm paulcheon, and today we are sitting at rank number 38 after an awesome run with our sweet Azorius deck. Getting a trophy with Azorius is kind of rare, but let's face it, Trained Airings carried the day here in that last draft. Let's go collect our gems here and hop into another draft to try to hit rank 1. This is where the real climb begins. Now, before this draft fires, I did want to say, if you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, I do have a Patreon channel. Shout out to all the current patrons. Thank you so much for your support as it allows me to continue making all of this awesome content. Access to the Patreon will also give you access to my Discord channel. And in the Discord channel, there will be lots and lots to learn as we have a ton of people in the Discord at all times. Always active, always trying to help each other, and I'm doing my best here to try to build up that community. It has been amazing. Thank you everybody in the Patreon and all the people who are super active and willing to spend your time to help others looking to get better at this game. Alrighty, drafted a blue deck. Are we gonna go back to our roots or Huh. Well, I tried to do it before. Let's take a look here. There's a Ruthless Lawbringer, Cactus Folk Sure Shot, and Spinewoods Paladin. And then there's Geralf the Fleshwright. Now, this makes you go into blue, and I really haven't had that much success drafting blue. This one particularly wants you to draft the blue-red deck if you can help it, because that's the deck that has the most number of plot spells. You know what? I'm going to take it here, though. I want to make it happen. Last time we splashed a Geralf. And this time, hopefully it can be a main color, but noting that if blue is not open, I am not going to splash it this time, okay? If blue is not open, I am simply not going to splash it. I'm just taking it here because I do think it's an extremely powerful and fun card to build around, but I will only play it if it is actually appropriate to do so. I mean, if I'm a blue-based deck, I think you can always just put this in your deck just because... Look, if this thing just at some point is a 2-3 that makes you a 2-2, that's totally fine, right? And if it makes you 2 2-2s over the course of a game, that's also very good. All right, taking a look at this pack, we have the choice between Spinewoods Paladin and Unscrupulous Contractor. There's also an Ambush Gigapede in this pack. So I'm wondering what color combination works better with the Geralf. I think Spinewoods Paladin, though, is a much better card than the Unscrupulous Contractor, so I will take it here. Although blue and black might be a little bit better at casting multiple spells in a turn, I'm not sure. I just think Spinewoods Paladin is much, much better. And if green doesn't end up being open, then so be it, but I am going to take it here. And now, what a pack here. We have Spinewoods Paladin, Murder, Trash to Town, and Mystical Tether as kind of the premium cards here. One Last Job is an interesting card. It's value. If you're playing green-white mounts, I like it. Emergent Haunting is okay in the blue-white draw go deck, but here I'm really looking at the option between Spinewoods Paladin, Trash to Town, and Mystical Tether. You know, we're starting off with two creatures here. I'm going to take Trash to Town. I haven't really played with this card enough, so I do want to give this one a shot. I think I want to take a green card here, and yeah, let's try Trash to Town here. But this is tough. If you like removal, I can see you taking the Tether or the Murder. Particularly the Tether because you can splash it, but I'm going to take Trash to Town in case we end up with a deck that's really looking to curve out here. And this card is pretty fun to play with. Moving on here, we have Throw from the Saddle. This is the best common in the set, or one of the best commons in the set. So getting it 4th pick is pretty awesome. I also really do like the Rictus Robber. And Essence Capture is also okay, but I think if I weren't taking the Throw from the Saddle, I would take the Rictus Robber, but... Right now, we are firmly in green and trying to figure out what our second color is. And oh my gosh, that is a 5th pick Mana Drain. I was looking at the Consuming Ashes, and I'm not going to lie to you. There is a chance that Consuming Ashes might be better than Mana Drain. But I'm not going to... If you get a Mana Drain 5th pick, you know what that means? Blue's probably open, right? Wow, this is a loaded pack, though. Gila, Courser, Trained Airings, and Consuming Ashes. But I'm going to take the Mana Drain and make this work. You know what's good with... Mana Drain? Geralf. You Mana Drain, you play Geralf, and you play another spell. Boom. Combo. Wow. I cannot believe I got this 5th pick. All right, well, I'm glad I took these green cards because it looks like we're going to try to solidify ourselves into some kind of a blue-green deck. I mean, once again, you simply do not pass a 5th pick Mana Drain, right? If you want to be blue. Like, you counter something, you get 5 mana, and you play something large, you trash the town, you do whatever you need to do. All right, this pack is a lot less exciting. I'm not that interested in Daring Thunder Thief. 0 blue or green cards out of this pack. I hate Silver Deputy, never want to play it. So for me, it's between Irascible Wolverine and Sterling Hound. I'm just going to take the Wolverine. I'm going to assume I'm going to have enough playables. And I think there's a little more upside in the Wolverine if I do end up kind of a... maybe the blue-red plot deck, although it's going to be hard for me to give up these green cards. And wow, that is a super late trained Airings, but we are going to take the Loan Shark here. Goes really well with the Geralf. We have a mana drain, so let's try to see what happens if we draft a blue-green deck here. Really deep packs. Seeing a bunch of these trained Airings makes me a little bit nervous. And now we have this pack. Oh no, is green being cut off here? No green cards here. We did see that throw from the Saddle Forth, the Trash, and a Spinewoods Paladin. But this pack has Prickly Pear and Thunder Salvo as options. Now, if I end up being blue-red, which one do I want out of the two? It's a good question. I think in blue-red, Thunder Salvo might be better, and it would be a removal effect, so I will take it here. I'm not entirely sure about that pick, but I will take it and see what happens. Here we have another blank of a pack. I don't care about Shifting Grift at all. So I will take a Mine Raider, but I don't really want to play it. And yeah, green is really, really drying up here. But we do have 6 cards that we're still pretty happy with. This pack, once again, pretty bad. I'll take... I don't think Magebane Lizard is playable. I mean, none of these cards are... I'll take a Gold Pan, I guess. Goodness, what is happening? We just have all blue... I don't... Okay, I'll take up the shield. I mean, I guess I'll take this Outlaw's Fury. It's far too late to go into white. And now, I mean, maybe I should have taken Take Up the Shield. Oh my gosh. What is this? What is this draft? I mean, red seems like it is open. It's just red stinks. So the decks just never look great. Oh, this is tough. I mean, we're... Alright, what does this card do? Sack another artifact, create a 3/3 Golem artifact token, 3/3 token. If you can generate a bunch of treasure, I can see this being good. Now the question is, do I want to stay with green and take Smuggler Surprise, or try to see if I can swap over to blue-red here and make that into a thing? And in which case, I probably want to take one of these gold cards. All right, I'll take Slick Sequence here. I'll take Slick Sequence. Although Hypothesizzle is a better splash card, actually. But this is better for double spelling. Alright, I'll take the Slick Sequence as the spec, only because there just weren't that many good blue or green cards out of that pack. And we will see what happens, because we started out with some really awesome green cards, but then they've been kind of dying out. Here, I guess we're going to slam the Longhorn Sharpshooter here. A lot of blue cards. There's a decent chance one of these blue cards will table. And maybe we are going to set ourselves up for a potential blue-red double spell deck here. And see what happens. This pack, we have the choice between Canyon Crab and Loan Shark. I don't have that many things to do on 2. So perhaps it's the Canyon Crab. I can also double spell with this sometimes as well. It's nice with the mana drain. I'm gonna... Loan Shark is also really nice with the double spells though. But I have nothing to do on 2. You know, I feel like good 2s are hard to come by. So I will take the Canyon Crab here, especially in blue-red. You just have almost nothing that's good. So I'll take that. And now, wow, yeah, the green is drying up. All right, I guess we're swapping over to blue-red. Here I'll take the Fall over Soured Springs. There's not a lot of desert payoffs, and this is really nice at being able to try to double spell. It's a nice cantrip as well. So we will take that here. Hopefully we can get some of the Signpost blue-red cards here for our deck. This is a pretty weak pack. Emergent Haunting doesn't really go well with the cast multiple spells in a turn strategy. But it does go well with the Canyon Crab. I mean, I'm going to take it here probably over the Iron Fist Pulverizer, but it doesn't look that great. And right now my rogue count is pretty low, so Mine Raider also looks pretty bad here. Indomitable Creativity is wildly unplayable. There's a Stop Cold, which I might need to play, especially in blue-red, because blue-red just doesn't have ways to kill big creatures that easily. Look at us. I mean, we have a Thunder Salvo and a Slick Sequence. So if you want to kill big things, all you have access to is Stop Cold and Trick Shot. So those are cards that go up a little bit in value. And let's see if we can draft this archetype. But, you know, I'm kind of... I need more stuff here. Come on, deck. Help me out. Help me out. I'll take Discerning Peddler as just another playable 2-mana card here. Also, having a bunch of just cheap creatures does help with the double spell nature of what blue-red might be trying to do. I will take it here over Quill Charger and the Peerless Rope Master. It also happens to be an outlaw for the Mind Raider. Here I'll take Geyser Drake. How good of a Geyser Drake is this right now? We have Thunder Salvo and Stop Cold. Okay. There's a late Tyrant Scorn. There was a late Lazav too, but I just don't think that's where we need to be. This is kind of all in the maybe pile. And now we have Eroded Canyon versus Djinn of Fool's Fall. I'll take the Eroded Canyon. It's just on color. It's just too good. And wow, all of the cards tabled. All of them. What do I take? I'm going to take the Wolverine. I want more plot cards and more 2-for-1 effects. And I'm also low on creatures. I think that pick was kind of close. But I'm going to go with the Wolverine here just to maximize on the plot nonsense that I'm trying to go with here. Man, blue-red just has so many filler cards. The Hypothesizzle, notably the Hypothesizzle did not table. I'm going to take Outlaw Stitcher here. Again, just going all in on the plot stuff. Maybe we can table the Highway Robbery. Marchesa is notably also pretty sweet, but we don't have any good fixing. So let's just go ahead with the Outlaw Stitcher here. 4 or 5. We have 5 plot cards here. We have 5 plot cards, which is nice. Ooh, Duelist of the Mind. Eroded Canyon. Wow, Spinewood's Armadillo. Shepherd of the Clouds is good. Collective Defiance is also good, but I think Duelist of the Mind is just too strong of a card here. So I'm going to slam it here. Solid pack for us overall. But once again, premium 2s, hard to come by. This is also not an outlaw. So the Mind Raider continues to be a middling option here. One other note, by the way, with the Wolverine, it's not Vault Plunderer, okay? When you play this card, you want to make sure that you can play the most expensive card in your deck. Obviously, this doesn't work well with Mana Drain, but it is something that you need to be mindful of when you draft this. Like, don't play too many 5 and 6 drops without the ability to play the 5 and 6 drops the turn that you play it. Here we have Razzle Dazzler and Discerning Peddler. I actually like Discerning Peddler more than Razzle Dazzler, and I do think Fibblethip is actually just bad. It's just really, really slow, and the body is really, really bad. Are you ready for a shocking stat? Are you ready? Fibblethip has a 44.7% win rate. 44! That's unreal bad. That is unbelievably bad. We'll take another Thunder Salvo here over this Emergent Haunting. Get some more cheap removal going. Wow, there's just infinite Emergent Hauntings. Wow, look at this pack. A super late Consuming Ashes. There's a late Claim Jumper as well. Not really sure what I want to take. I don't think it's another Mind. I guess I'll take another Emergent Haunting. I just don't know that this is good in this deck. Ooh, slamming Repulse here. This town ain't big enough is also okay. Cunning Coyote is okay. But I think I'm going to take the Repulse. I do need a little more interaction. So happy enough picking that up. Now we have the choice between Failed Forwarding and Reckless Lackey. This certainly does not feel like a Reckless Lackey deck. So I guess I'll take Failed Forwarding, although it's pretty unlikely that I play it. Jailbreak Scheme versus Irascible Wolverine. Let's see. We have a Repulse, a Stop Cold. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I need more creatures, so I'll take the Wolverine. We're pretty light on them. Oh, I'll take the Highway Robbery. Alright. I have not drafted this style of deck that often. But, here's to hoping. I mean, I guess I'll play this Razzle Dazzler. Alright, we need to add more cards here. I mean, is this even a good blue-red deck? I don't know. This is the worst archetype, and I never draft it. I don't even know how open these colors were, other than the fact that there's been roughly 75 Emergent Hauntings. I feel like this card's like only good on turn 2, but it does have the Surveil built in, right? All right, well, Okay, let's just put them all in and see what happens. Maybe we were supposed to be blue-white, I don't know. But look, I will say, Geralf might be awesome in this deck, right? We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plot cards. Seems pretty good for Geralf. Okay, I really dislike failed fording if I just only have one desert, so I probably am going to cut it. I'm not a big fan of Harrier Strix. The Mine Raider seems like it can go. This gives us 5 2s. This goes here. Outlaw Stitcher is kind of going to be a 5 in a lot of instances, although I guess if I plot other things, it's going to be fine as well. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14 creatures. Maybe I just cut the Emergent Hauntings and then do something like this. I don't mind like the creatures that I have. The Geyser Drake might be a little weak. Yeah, I'm gonna cut these Drakes. I don't think they're very good here. You know what I'm gonna do? Let's go nuts. Why don't we just try playing like all of the Hauntings? Yep, let's try it. Well, I don't draft this archetype that often. I can see an argument being made for Harrier Strix or Geyser Drake. None of the options are particularly good, so let's just try this and see what happens. And I do want to play... This is close. I have Mana Drain, which makes me want to play an extra blue, but I have a very even distribution. Yeah, let's go with one more blue because of the double blue, just so I can Mana Drain turn 1 earlier. All right, blue-red. Here we are, just mess around. We trophied with a blue-white deck. Can we do this with this blue-red deck? I have my doubts, but we'll see. We'll see. Look, the way that I look at it is Emergent Hauntings plus all the plot spells we have, right? You can turn it into a 3/3, so I'm hoping that that's good enough. All right, we are on the play. Ooh, we have the combo. You know what the combo is? Emergent Haunting plus Mana Drain. That's awesome, right? That's pretty good. Lewis B. This is somebody who's been playing on... I recognize this account name from long time ago. This person's been playing Magic for a really long time. I recognize this name from Magic Online, Grinder. I forgot who this was, but wouldn't be shocked if they're a pro. Definitely have played in the Pro Tour at the very least. Oh, that's interesting. Duelist of the Mind? I don't know. I kind of feel like I want to get this and play turn 2. And then if I Mana Drain, I can like Razzle Dazzler plus Duelist of the Mind, which is pretty good. Would love a land here. Our hand is awesome. Yeah, so I'm going to pass here just to turn my Emergent Haunting into a 3/3. And now we can Surveil if they play nothing. Or just Mana Drain whatever 3-drop that they play. And then just try to tempo them out that way. What did they do? Stingerback Terror. Oh my gosh, that's a Mana Drain for 4? Alright, let's go ahead and Surveil. I really want to land. Huh. Stop Cold is interesting because it is a way to just kill something big. But I really want to hit my land drops. So I will bin it. That's unfortunate. Well, I'm glad I binned it. But anyways, I'm going to keep up this Mana Drain here. And see what they do. I have a Slick Sequence, a Repulse, a Mana Drain. I mean, I'm going to go for it here. And given the lands that I see, I feel like they're going to be a green-red deck, and they're not going to have a counterspell here. Like, oh, okay. Decisive Denial is a good counterspell, though. Fair enough. That is so savage. God. That is so savage. How do you have the counter there? on the splash. Oh my gosh. I just want to, you know, I'm a simple man. I just wanted to mana drain you. Just let me mana drain you, bro. Ugh. Alright, well, I need a land, so I'm going to repulse this. Alright, well, our deck is not cooperating with us. We had an excellent start. We surveilled to the bottom. We drew many cards in a row, repulsed, and still not able to find a land here. So not ideal. I'm hoping that basically they play a 2-2 Stingerback Terror. But I don't think that's going to happen. Can I get my Stop Cold back, please? Okay, land! Alright, great. So let's kill the Alchemist here, and then next turn we can go Geralf into Sharpshooter. And if I draw another land, that would be ridiculous. Another land would be ridiculous. Wow, their deck is premium. The Splash Denial, though, I am so sad. All we needed was a fourth land there. That's all we needed. Alright, Outcast or Greenblade is a 3-4. You know, that's the problem, though. These blue-red decks, they just kind of roll over to these green decks that are just gigantic. You know what I mean? Look at this turn. Unreal. Alright, I mean, that was a pretty good turn, right? That was a pretty good turn. The Geralf is definitely doing some work, but like they just have so much power and toughness in play. And we're not really in a position to play around too much here. If I draw a land, I can play 3 spells next turn. Still pretty good. Oh my gosh. Alright, just... Teamer awesomeness is what they're on. Alright, we're at 7 life. So what do I even do here? I'm just gonna play this and see if I find something. Like a land, maybe? Nope. Yeah, we're just gonna lose to the Stingerback Terror. Oh well. It is what it is. I just don't have that many ways to kill it, honestly. If they kill my Duelist, I'm just dead. Oh, they also have a Crackle with power? Wait, why did they do... Wait, what? Does this trample? Oh, it tramples. I didn't know. Alright, well, anyways, their deck was awesome. A red-green deck splashing blue for Slick Sequence and Decisive Denial. And wow, we went down many, many ranks, but... You know what the crazy part about that... Like, our hand was awesome. And we just got destroyed. I mean, they had a better hand with more rares and mythics and what have you, but, man... Yeah, if we were able to get off that counterspell on the Stingerback Terror, we would have been able to have a lot of fun. Decisive Denial! Alright, rough 0-1 start here. Let's hope to turn it around. This hand is pretty sweet. We have Canyon Crab, Duelist of the Mind, Emergent Haunting. Turn 2 Desperate Bloodseeker from the opponent. Targeting us? I never really understood. You should almost... I mean, they must have no ways to recur things, but I led with an island. I could have Slickshot Lockpicker in my deck. You know what I mean? Let's see here. I have 3 good plays here, but I feel like my priority is to get this online as quickly as possible. So I'm gonna play this, and then this turn I'll take 2, but then this becomes a 3/3, which isn't bad. And then I can still use my mana and plot the Wolverine. Wow, and they did nothing this turn, which is awesome for us. Now, ideally here, I don't hit something really expensive. The thing is, I can still hold off on this. If, let's say I draw a land here, I can hold off on it. All right, well, I guess we'll take it. All right, so we drew a land, so I might not need to play the Wolverine. I think this is a good opportunity to just double spell, honestly. So let's just play a bunch of great blockers and attack for 3 in the air. I guess I should have attacked first, but... What do you have? Oh. Sure. And here we'll, you know, happily block with the crab. Although Rooftop Assassin would be really annoying. But it is what it is. Alright, they did not have the Rooftop Assassin, which is nice. I think this Wolverine, now that we drew the land, I can actually play anything. So let's go ahead and play it here. See what we find. And that was a land, which is great. And let's play a Discerning Peddler. We can discard this mountain. All right. I'm going to go ahead and attack with Duelist of the Mind. And then we will plot the other Wolverine. So, getting a lot, you know, drawing some cards, getting value off these Wolverines. I'm glad that I took them. Our opponent waited till we're tapped out to Consuming Ashes, which is very good patience for sure. But, I mean, this is why I took the Wolverines, right? They do give you that 2-for-1 potential. Alright, okay, well, that's a big attack from Desperate Bloodseeker. I guess we'll take it. Alright, let's play the Wolverine. What you got for me? I mean, I gotta play it, so... All the Wolverines, not something expensive. Great. Let's attack. Oh, I didn't play anything? Oh, you have to cast it from your hand. Wow, I thought I was casting these cards. Whoops. All right. Well, I mean, obviously this ended up being way better for me than I even anticipated. Okay, they missed, but they got the color that they needed. All right. They got a nice board here. What do they have? Oh, wow! They had Tiny Bones and Vadmir there? That's incredible. Well, certainly attacking with the flyer. I think I just keep everything else back, though. I'm at 10 life. This is really interesting, the Loan Shark here, because I can plot it, but then I can't cast Repulse. And how much do I want to cast Repulse? Or would I rather have this land? You know what? I'm going to keep this... I'm going to keep this land in my hand. Should have played the land. No, I think this is fine. All right. I mean, I'm not really entirely sure what I'm supposed to do here with the blocks. I'm just gonna try to trade everything here. Well, that was the best neutralize the guards ever. Wait, did I need to wait for this? No, that wouldn't have mattered. Wow, what a freaking blowout here. Wow. Okay. Well, anyways, I am going to repulse the Vadmir. Just so I can play Loan Shark. And I will... Ooh, Thunder Salvo is interesting. Although I can just use that to kill the Vadmir. We'll keep it back in case they draw a removal spell. Oh my gosh. How can you target me with Bloodseeker with Honest Rutstein in your deck? It's kind of ridiculous, isn't it? So that becomes a 4/3. Okay. Block. I can kill the Vadmir whenever, so I think I just want to use my mana to Surveil here. Ooh, Slick Sequence. Amazing. So let's go Emergent Haunting. Slick Sequence Vadmir. Play a land. Just not sure whether or not I should be attacking with the Loan Shark. They have nothing. Let's go. Yep. Yep. All right, Surveil. Definitely don't want that. Oh no! Oh, I should have held full control. Whoops. It didn't matter. I was gonna keep this. Let's do this. Let's kill this. I don't really care about the cost reduction. I'd rather just deal with their Trampler, to be honest. And let's pass. All right. Full control. Rattleback Apothecary, sure. Let's just Surveil. Razzle Dazzler. Definitely don't want that. Surveil again. Thunder Salvo. I definitely will keep that. And then... let's attack. I'm gonna upkeep kill the Apothecary. I think? Because what can they do here? They can give Menace to something? Does that matter? Maybe not. Maybe I'm more interested in double spelling. Like, I just don't think giving Menace matters. Alright! Okay, hey, these Emergent Hauntings have actually been pretty good. Alright, that's our first victory with Blue-Red. Maybe the last, but certainly drew pretty well there. Let's hope to keep it going. You know, at least Blue-Red, it's kind of fun to play. I mean, I know it's not good, but it's kind of fun to play. Alrighty, let's take a look. We are on the draw. Man, this deck is really bad on the draw because you're like plotting all the time. But this is a nice hand as long as we don't die. Alright, turn to Emergent Haunting once again into a plotted Wolverine. And we'll see. Wow. Yeah, let's plot this. We get a 3/3 flyer here as well. Hey, that, you know, next turn is kind of interesting because I have the Wolverine, but I do I have any 5-drops in my deck? I'm trying to think. Alright, Emergent Haunting down here with Journey to Nowhere. They milled 3 spells. Let's hope we don't get milled out here. They also have 2 mana up. I mean, I could just wait. The thing is, like, a 3/2 body just doesn't do much on this board anyways. So yeah, let's just, let's set up for a big turn, is kind of where I'm at here. Did I have a 5-mana card? I don't know why I can't think of one. Maybe we don't have any? We have to have something, right? I don't think we have any Trick Shots or Peerless Rope Masters in our deck. Alright. You know, I'm gonna actually hold off on the Irascible Wolverine. I want to get the counter on the Razzle Dazzler, and I wanted to play it this turn. We could use Slick Sequence here to kill the Sterling Keykeeper. They have 2 mana available, though. So I think I might want to still just wait. And just play Emergent Haunting, maybe? Yeah, let's do that. Like, we still add it to the board. This is pretty good. And Irascible Wolverine off the Emergent Haunting doesn't actually stop this from turning into a creature, which is pretty nice. The thing is, they missed the land drop, so I think it's going to be really tough for them to just keep up mana here for the Keykeeper. I do recognize that this comboed with the Desperado does mill me, but if they're spending their turn to just tap my creature, right? We're in a really great spot, right? Okay, so they're going to cast Ariet's Lullaby here as their main phasing tapping my Shark, I believe. What the heck? Alright, well. I will no longer try to make sense of what's happening. Alright, Duelist of the Mind. Okay. Then we can attack. Here's the question, though. They've just been leaving up 2 mana up the entire time. I'm gonna go stop cold end of turn. That's my plan. I want to strand their mana for Hindering Light and or take up the shield. I am interested in targeting their 2/4 because I do have Slick Sequence for the Sterling Keykeeper. They did have Hindering Light, okay. We have 16 cards left? Okay, that's getting a little bit dicey, I will say. Gosh. I kind of want... I'm gonna decline here. I probably want to cast this though, right? Man, am I really gonna get milled out here? Oh, I should have done it before. Whoops, that was a mistake. Ah, man, I am still getting used to playing this deck. I missed the point of damage. Oh well. I'm gonna hold the Geralf, I think, for a double spell. I have 8 cards left in my library. I just feel like it was super important to kill this Desperado. Yeah, I missed out on a point. They have a lot of mana available. I do have pretty good pressure here, though, right? Like, I have 2 Flyers and a 4/5 Razzle Dazzler. And if I can find action off the Emergent Haunting, then I can also play 2 spells and trigger the Razzle Dazzler again and get a zombie. I mean, if they just pass, that's kind of incredible. That's pretty insane. Okay, I'll keep that. Geralf. What you got? I mean, I assume they're going to want to tap down my Razzle Dazzler. Holy cow. Okay. Okay. It was literally holy cow. Why didn't they tap something down? It must be like take up the shield or something, right? So I'm gonna wait. They clearly want to keep up mana for something. And I'm happy just killing the Keykeeper here. Getaway Glamour on the Razzle Dazzler. Okay, well, let's go ahead and kill the Keykeeper. And get a bunch of triggers. Okay. Okay, I would like to loot. Okay. I sure hope that missed point of damage doesn't end up hurting us. They're at 5 life though. We have 6 cards left. I should upkeep Surveil. I have so much mana. Shepherd of the Clouds to get back the Keykeeper, I guess. Oh, holy cow. Okay. Alright. We got them. They had a good blue-white deck. Solid blue-white deck, at least. But we are now 2-1. We almost got decked. That Deep Muck Desperado Oof, a little dangerous. Yeah, I mean, the entire time I was trying my best to play around. The thing is, they kept keeping up mana, so it just looked like they were trying to save their creature. So in instances like that, you try, if you can afford to play around things that allow them to protect their creature. So let's say they just keep up 2 mana, and they're representing Hindering Light or take up the shield. Just keep playing creatures, right? Just keep adding to the board, and don't just fire off your removal spell just because it feels like it's convenient to do so, and then get blown out by those tricks. All right, we are 2-1 with blue-red. Don't even have a Crom. Do we even have a rare? Oh, we have Geralf. All right, we have a Geralf. Look at this, playing against maybe another blue-red deck here. Little bit flooded here, but we do have Salvo, Stop Cold, and Irascible Wolverine here. Could be a Grixis brew, we'll see. Servant of the Stinger, which we can't do anything about, so tutor away, friend, if you can. We drew another land. No more lands, please. No more lands, please. Okay, no, they're just all the colors. Sure. As is par for the course in this format. Turn 3 Sterling Hound. Too busy taking deserts, had to put the Sterling Hound into the deck. I will use the Salvo here on the Hound, and then plot the Wolverine. Wow, they kept both? Damn. Mana Drain? No. I think I'd rather Wolverine and just try to play to the board and worry about the Emergent Haunting later. Like, I think there's a good chance we can Wolverine. If we hit a land, then we can still play Stop Cold. Obviously, if we hit something, we can just play it. Geralf? Whoa, 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 that's my thing! Alright. We're doing this, and I'm gonna hold off on the Wolverine. We drew another land, by the way, but, you know, that's life. This removes the text on Geralf, at least. No tokens for you. So they are... Never... I'm not gonna even try anymore in this format. I'm just not... I don't have the time for this. Silver Deputy. No more lands, please. I guess we have some looting, which is nice. If there's a good time to draw Emergent Haunting, it's probably this one. Because then I can just go like Wolverine Haunting. Alright, they did get a Desert. And a Stubborn Burrow Fiend, okay. Another land, cool. Into? Yeah, I was kind of expecting another land, to be honest. Alright. Oh, was that a mistake? I could have looted. Huh. I could have looted, right? If I just play the crab and not the haunting, I don't know. Well, I guess I'm gonna get to loot here. Well, they played their desert, but we're not attacking here with our board. And honestly, I don't mind this. We got a 3/3 flyer here, and we get a loot. And we have three lands in hand. Okay. We drew Emergent Haunting, which... I don't know, I kind of want to keep looting, but... No, see, this is why Stop Cold stinks, by the way. This is why... This is worse than Mystical Tether. This is literally the reason why. Because you can still sacrifice the card. So this is going to be a 5/4. Hollow Marauder and... okay. Surveil. Do I want that card? Seems pretty bad here. I think we're just going to get overpowered here. But I just don't have any ways to commit a crime, so just at that point, I feel like I want something better than Duelist of the Mind, like an island. That's what I was looking for. Okay. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. It's only 11 lands. It's just 11 lands. I mean, it's just 11 lands. We got this. Okay, we don't got this, but I mean, they definitely have a lot of power here. Splashing the Geralf, Hollow Marauder is great, Stubborn Burrowfiend's great, Ruthless Lawbringer totally fine on the splash if your mana can allow it. And our opponent clearly has pretty good mana here with all these deserts. And the only way that we can keep up with this is by drawing all of our 2-for-1s and keeping their aggression at bay. But certainly when we make a trip to Floodsville, USA, that's not going to get it done. Yeah. Yeah, make your own luck too. Yeah, they kind of have the like super grindy late game type of deck with like all value, and it's really hard. I mean, this is kind of, I think, the way that you need to draft this format now. Like, this deck probably is weak to just exactly one deck, which is maybe the blue-red mount deck, but that's basically it. Or sorry, the green-white mount deck, blue-red mount deck. What on earth? As long as your mana works. As long as your mana works. Alright, so we're going to get a couple surveils here with the Emergent Haunting. Hopefully we can find a double spell here with the Geralf. And claw back into this. Geralf will have to do a lot of heavy lifting. Slick Sequence would be a really nice find here, so that we can kill the Sterling Hound. No. God, I have so many bad cards in my deck. I'll take a Wolverine. Wolverine would be awesome. The Highway Robbery card would be sweet. I guess I'll take Thunder Salvo. It's no Slick Sequence, but gotta do what you gotta do, right? So this will give us a 2-3, a 2-2, and a Thunder Salvo on the Hound, but they're up. They have 5 cards in hand, right? So okay, Mobile Homestead into Outcaster Trailblazer. Interesting. Okay. Double Sterling Hound. Okay. I mean, if you have some recursion, I guess it's not the worst. This the Surveil is also pretty nice with Hollow Marauder. I mean, I have to make my zombie, so I just have to do this. They kept top again. Oh my gosh. Oh well. Geralf. Into the salvo. That's all we got. They probably have a way to kill this. They're probably going to draw cards. This is just far too much value and power. Am I a little jealous? Yes. Oh my goodness. Spinewood's Armadillo. I mean, what do I even do here? They're probably gonna hit a land, right? Maybe I'm supposed to keep the Geralf because there's just no way I'm going to win if I don't keep a Geralf. Like, you know, we did some cute things. It's just, you know, they played a big green creature that I just cannot kill. All right. Yeah. No, they had a really, I mean, they had a lot of power. All right, 2 and 2 as expected. When you draft a blue-red deck, this is life, okay? You just got to learn to live with it. But we're going to keep trying. And if I don't trophy with this, and by that I mean if I don't get 3 wins with this, maybe we should give up on the Geralf dream. Who knows? It was a weird draft. What can I say? All right, we are on the play. Ooh, we got the Mana Drain. I forgot I even had this in my deck. I have failed to Mana Drain something so far. Interesting hand. We have Duelist of the Mind and the Peddler. Curious what I should play. Ooh, there's a Crab as well. I'm gonna play Duelist of the Mind. Just a nice evasive creature here. If they play a thing to kill, I can salvo it and try to find a land. If not, I can still just play a Discerning Peddler. We did find a land, which is awesome. I don't really know if I want to pitch anything. I'm just gonna play the Crab. And then if we draw a land, we can plot here. That could be wrong. Alright, so let's salvo that. And loot. Ugh! Gross! Yeah, I don't know. I really just want a land for the Loan Shark. Come on, deck. I gotta loot here. So I have Stop Cold, Outlaw Stitcher. I can Loan Shark into Outlaw Stitcher, which is pretty nice. If I draw an island, I would still like to Mana Drain. Clear Shot would be Savage. I mean, if they have a combat trick, it's oh my god. Okay. Well, yeah, that was super good as well. Oh my gosh. We are so behind. Alright. Gonna have to do some plotting here, friends. This second island is quite elusive. Oh, man. Just pound for pound, right? Just like, what? Just feel like the blue-red decks just need to work so much harder. Sure. I am surprised that they did that, to be completely honest. Alright, I drew the mana drain. So I'm just gonna go for the mana drain here. I feel like they likely have a big play here. And if they do, then I can holy cow, never mind. Let's play this. They probably have a bunch of removal spells, I guess. I will let the Loan Shark die. Oh, this is an easy block. I mean, if they have something else, they have something else. You know, it's just... I still get some mana out of this. Sure. Good job. Alright, well, we don't have any more gas, sadly. So this is kind of all we have left. I mean, it does give us a 4-4, a 2-3, and a 1-4, but again, out of gas. Try to make the most. We've cycled through a lot of lands and stuff too, so hopefully we can find one of our 3 irascible Wolverines to kind of get back into this. But I do feel like with all this mana, they will likely have a way for this to deal with this 4-4, and then we're going to be kind of in a little bit of trouble. We'll see. That Trash to Town was fantastic. Pest Infestation for 3, huh? Can you imagine if I mana drained that? Ugh. Disgusting! Man. Look, I mean, to be fair, like... Pest Infestation is going to beat, even if I had a Mystical Tether in play, a Pest Infestation for 6 is just going to beat us anyways. And that is the nature of the beast. Oh my gosh, okay. And at the beginning of the season, we were the ones that had a ton of bombs and rares and such. And now, the shoe is on the other foot. So that's just how that's just kind of how this goes. And sometimes you're just not going to have the power. And admittedly, I mean, this is the problem, right? Blue needs to be so absurdly open that... Blue needs to be so absurdly open for it to actually be any good. Because you need all the uncommons. And I just feel like it was weird because we got the mana drain, but we still just didn't get enough. I'm dead here. They're even... yeah, I'm super dead. Anyways. Blue just wasn't... I mean, I did get a bunch of Emergent Hauntings, but that's not even clear that that's one of the better blue cards. So I'm gonna have to look back, but I mean, just look at the commons. They're all just so bad. Harrier Strix, Geyser Drake may be okay if you have a ton of things to play, but the problem is just a 2-3 body is pretty bad in this format because green is so good. You know, and we started out with such... like, I mean, just like your eyes. Like, here, let me put it this way. When you look at these cards, how does it make you feel? It makes you feel good, right? You look at Trash to Town, Throw from the Saddle Spot, you're like, oof, this is some gas. I like these cards, right? How do you feel when you see a Geyser Drake? Eh. How do you feel when you see Stop Cold? Ugh. Razzle Dazzler? Come on. Loan Shark? I guess. Right? Loan Shark? I guess. Spinewood's Paladin? Hell yeah. Throw from the Saddle? Yes, please. Trash to Town? Yes, trash my opponents. So that's the thing. There's just such a big power gap where it often is just correct to just straight up fight people and take whatever good green or black cards you see and try to piece something together, get some mana fixing, go 3 colors if you have to. And I feel like in a lot of instances, your decks will just end up being better despite it looking like this color combination was open. I mean, we got Duelist of the Mind, we got Canyon Crab, Geralf, Longhorn Sharpshooter, we have uncommon here, uncommon, triple haunting, a mana drain, a slick sequence, and even then, I took a bunch of 2-for-1s that I could afford to take. Even then, this still felt kind of underpowered. Right? Our opponents would just play a giant beaver. Like, put it this way, our opponent played a giant beaver, and I was like, oh no, not a giant beaver. What is my army of loan sharks and irascible wolverines to do against the mighty power of a 4/4? So maybe this wasn't as open as I thought. Certainly the only way I kind of end up in this combination is if I just get blue mythics. That basically makes me kind of go into that direction. And we started with a Geralf, and we got the mana drain, and I was like, all right, I don't draft blue often, but when I do, it better have some mythics in it, and I did. But it wasn't quite good enough to get us over the finish line. I do think Geralf is still a good card. I just don't know that it's a card good enough to have you warp your entire deck around. You know what I mean? It's like, just because I have Geralf, you shouldn't just go a certain direction where you're trying to play a million spells. You should just play it because it's just a good card. You're just naturally going to have plot spells in your deck, and that's kind of what you try to do. And, you know, honestly now, if I see a Geralf and a throw from the saddle, I'm just going to throw from the saddle. But I think the experiment is done here, where I just try to go all in on Geralf. This is our second attempt at doing this with another 2 and 3 finish. Ugh, blue cards, yucky, big yucky. Anyways, we'll move on here and continue to try to rack up some wins in future videos. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Feel free to hit the like or subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed the content and wanted to support the channel in another way, I do have a Patreon. The link to the Patreon is in the description below. Shout out to all the current patrons. Thank you so much for your support, as it allows me to continue making this daily content. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.